Hey everybody, this is Kevin Clunch here, owner at Ken's Sewing Center in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. Have you ever had the urge to serge? With this event, we're going to show you and talk to you about all the different types of sergers that's on the market. Many of our customers have called us and saying, I've never owned a serger. It's the last thing I look for when purchasing a machine, or serging looks complicated, all the threads, all the needles that you got to thread up. What type of machine should I get? What kind of brand should I get? We're here to help you with all that. We carry all the major brands that's on the market, and we have great rebates going on all the machines we're going to show, and really all the machines on our website. All the manufacturers are giving us rebates all throughout the summer, from Brother, BabyLock, Bernette, Juki, Burnett, Janome, you name it, we're going to have it. We're here to help you find the right machine for you. So take a look at this video. This is a sampling of some of the popular machines in the different categories of sergers, and we're here to help you. Give us a call, drop us an email, and we'll be glad to show you and talk to you about all the great sergers. Then you'll have the urge to serge. There's two types of machines that we want to talk to you about that's in the serger family. The first group of sergers we want to talk about is cover stitch only machines. A cover stitch machine is within the serger line. A cover stitch machine is within the serger family. Many of the brands over the years, the sergers have evolved in. You had machines that did both regular serging that had a knife, and then you have the ability to change it over and have a cover stitch capability built in. As time has went on, a lot of customers didn't like the aspect of having a machine that did everything all at one time, because the threading is the number one thing that we always have asked about sergers, but also taking into consideration when I have to do rethreading, that means I have to stop one operation to do another. Some models you have to retool the machine, you have to completely rethread the machine, you have to add attachments to be able to do serging, and that takes a lot of time. Time you could be doing something else, time you could be sewing, time you could be serging. So with that in mind, a lot of the manufacturers have, years as went on, have been making dedicated cover stitch only machines. Now, what is a cover stitch? And throughout the video we'll show you examples all along the way. But if you have questions, we'd always encourage you to drop us an email or give us a call. But as time has went on, the cover stitch machines have evolved from basic to more advanced, to doing other things with different attachments that are optional that you can get for them. Every brand that we carry everything that's made for them. Some things we've even helped develop to work with these machines. There's several brands on the market that makes dedicated cover stitch only machines, and have been making those for several years. So this is something that's not new. They've been on the market for several years now, and they've developed machines that are more advanced as time has went on. They've learned things of how to add jet air threading, or making the machines that are manually threadable easier to thread. They've included and made a lot of other optional attachments like clear feet, binding feet, seam guides, and things of that nature that you can get for them. For every machine that we have, we will show on our website all the optional attachments, and when new attachments become available, we do add those. We will have machines made by Brother, Jiki, Janome, Bernett, BabyLock. All these brands make a lot of cover stitch only machines, and each one of them has their place in the marketplace. Each one is unique. Maybe each one is built with a certain customer in mind, and we realize if you're starting, you've never had a cover stitch only machine, maybe you already have a regular serger and you're wanting to just add a cover stitch machine. There's several things to think about, and that's what this video is going to show you, is give you a good overview of all the brands, what is out there, what to look for, and maybe this will help you narrow down your choice to what you want to bring into your sewing room. With that said, we're going to show you the different types of cover stitches that are available, and we're going to show you some of the more popular brands, and within those brands, popular models that we've been selling for years now that has been out on the marketplace. We can tell you the good and the bad about every one of them and help narrow it down for you. So we're going to zoom in on each one of these and show you and talk to you a little bit about each one, maybe in reference some other models that are similar to it within their line, because as we're finding, a lot of the manufacturers now have more than one model. That just opens things up for you for more choices, so you can get the machine that's right for you. So let's zoom in and show you some of these great machines. Now here we have the Brother cover stitch, the 2340 CV, and that CV stands for cover stitch. This is a 3-needle cover stitch. Now, one thing you'll notice on some brands are out there, they have models that has 2 needles, and then they'll have models that has 3 needles. Keep in mind that you can take out the middle needle, and that makes a wide cover stitch. You can add the needle back, thread that needle up, and you'll have a triple cover stitch. So some models will offer just 2 needles, some have 3. The 2340 has 3 needles. This machine will be as easy to thread as any standard serger that's on the market. They come with the telescoping thread stands. All the tensions are color coded so you can easily thread the machines up. A lot of them will have guides on the top, and they'll have places, whereas this 2340 CV, and I'll tilt it up here, it has a place here for some of the optional attachments to be added to the machine. There's other presser feet that you can get for the machines. Different models have different ways of raising and lowering your presser foot. They all will have a standard hand wheel, just like a regular sewing machine or any other serger that you've operated. Now, the 2340, one thing that I think makes it very popular, one is the price. This is an entry-level model. It's priced very affordable compared to other brands that's on the market. This machine is going to be very easy to thread. We have one looper that's built in on the machine here, and everything is just, we follow our guide diagram that's built in on the machine here. To thread the looper that's on the machine, you'll generally just have one looper on a cover stitch only machine, and then the needles are just as easy to thread as any standard sewing machine or serger that's on the market. Everything will be channeled, and the machine will show you, as well as a lot of them have videos that comes with them, and you can find a lot of other videos online that the manufacturers as well as us will put out to show you and talk to you about the different machines that's on the market. With any machine that you purchase from Ken Sewing Center, you're going to get our premium support package. We're here to help you for the life that you own the machine. Now, the 2340 is going to give us about 5 to 6 optional accessories available on the market. It comes with everything you need right out of the box to be able to use it with the standard foot. It's a clear foot you can see through. Another thing about the sergers here, that has a really big feed dog that can touch all areas of your fabric. For lighter weight materials, it's going to be able to feed those through smoothly. Now, it will have an adjustable pressure here, and we can adjust the ratio of the feeding system here on the left side of the machine. One thing about the 2340 versus other machines that's on the market, when you raise the presser foot on this particular machine, the tension discs do not automatically release. We actually have a knob here by each tension that we push to release the tension on the machine, and we can pull our fabric through. Or you can move your tension over to 0 to pull that fabric through. Other models that are on the market will have an automatic tension disc release system built into them. Most machines, most cover stitch machines on the market do. Matter of fact, the rest of the machines we will show you will offer that feature. The 2340 does not. This is one thing that makes the machine a little bit more affordable. It's scaled down. When we start out with a new machine, we realize you have a budget you want to meet. The 2340, we have literally sold thousands of these over the years. It's a very good quality machine. Nothing at all wrong with it. You have to start somewhere, but this will be one model. If you're just starting out looking, maybe you have a budget you want to stay within. If you're going to leave the machine threaded up with the same colors all the time, you're not going to be changing a lot. This will be one you may want to take a look at. We do have it on the website. We'll show you SKU numbers on the website, and you can give us a call. We can help you with that. Now, as we move on down the line, in no particular order, we'll go to our next machine. Here we have Juki. Juki is one of the best manufacturers that's on the market. No doubt about it. We've been a Juki dealer for years, and we carry all the machines they make, all the cover stitch machines. Now, they will have 2 models of cover stitch only. They have the MCS 1500, and here I have the MCS 1700. And we have differences on the website that will show you, but this is a triple cover stitch machine. It will have 3 needles on it. The machine, when we open the machine up here, it's going to be really easy for us to operate and do anything we need to do with the machine. I can move over here to get my looper where I need to thread that one looper here, and then I have 3 needles that I thread on the machine. There are other optional attachments available for the 1700. The threading system is a little bit different on this machine, as I have the front disc tension system. There will come with very good manuals on how to thread the machine, but you keep that in mind. I have front disc versus some of the other machines which have the inlay. Juki has all metal working parts on it, very good quality motors that are built in. These machines will last you for years to come if you take good care of them and do your proper maintenance. It is a 4-thread cover stitch only machine where we can also adjust our amount of pressure going down here. I have an extra table right here to support the material, but there's places built onto it where I can screw the optional attachments in. As time goes on, when new attachments comes out, Ken Sewing Center will carry all of those that's available for it. I can adjust my length and my differential here on the right side of the machine, so it's not a lot of adjustments you have to make. There's not a lot of knobs you have to push to get to what you're wanting to do on the cover stitch only machines, and I think that's part of being what's the beauty part about having a dedicated cover stitch only machine. You get it threaded, set like you want it, and you leave it. I don't have to worry about going back and forth with my serger, doing multiple rethreadings, having to do different tasks to rethread the machine. I don't have to go to my regular serger and convert everything over. I've got a dedicated cover stitch only machine that's going to do what I want to do, and that's either do a 2-needle or a 3-needle cover stitch only. So check out the Juki MCS 1700 or the MCS 1500. The 1500 will have a different color and it comes with one less attachment than the 1700. We'll show you and be happy to help you with either one of those. As time has went on, different manufacturers have realized and learned the need for a bigger machine. And that's one thing with Janome. Janome is one of the premier manufacturers of sewing and sergers, and they have an entire line of cover stitch only machines. Now this is the Cover Pro 900 CPX. This is the beginning model in the Janome line. We will show you a little bit later on in this video other models, but they have a 900 CPX, they have a 1000 CPX, a 2000 CPX, and now they have a 3000 professional cover stitch only machine. This is their entry level 900 CPX, and literally we have sold thousands of these as well over the years. This machine will give you the telescopic thread stand. It's a 3-needle. It's a 3-thread cover stitch machine. It does a double or 2-needle cover hem. So that's one thing to consider on this particular machine. If you just need double cover hem, that's all this machine will do. You don't need any more. The needle system that Janome uses is a very popular needle system. You're not going to have problems finding needles for any of the cover stitch machines. They are dedicated a needle system that's widely available. Your local sewing dealer should have them. If not, we will carry those. This machine is going to be very easy to thread as well. There's only 3 tensions I have to work with. 2 of them here is for my needle, and this is for the 1 looper that's built in on the machine. We'll open the front up to show you. You have plenty of area here to thread the 1 looper. All I have to do is pull this lever over and there's my looper. So it's really easy for me to thread this machine, and that's another thing I think it makes cover stitch only machines a great choice in. It's easy to thread. There's a lot of attachments available for them. I can do the task I'm wanting to do, which is that double or triple cover hem, and I'm ready to go. So once I have the machine threaded, I'm ready to sew with no problem whatsoever. Now, the Cover Pro series, this goes into another feature that you'll find on some models are on the market. This leads us to another feature that you start finding on cover stitch only machines. Janome realized that a lot of customers want the ability to have a free arm. So this machine will have a removable free arm table here. This exposes this arm. So if I want to do a cover hem on a shirt sleeve, a pant leg, a neckline, I'm able to get that garment over here. It's going to make it so much easier for me to sew the cover hem. Now with the Janome series machines, the throat space in here is going to be larger, so that gives me support here, and then I have the opening here. You can get optional tables for any cover stitch machine that will come out to the left of my fabric. So if you're working with a larger piece of material, you may want to add a table that's made for the machine, that's a clear acrylic piece of material to support the weight of your fabric. We can help you find the right size table that's going to work for you. Now, this leads us to another feature with the Janome series, is the types of attachments that are available for their machines. On the front of the machine here, I have 4 places I can actually screw down binders. There's different seam guides that are on the market that you can get that Janome has available to do and move over for a certain seam allowance, and I can keep my fabric straight. The machine does come with a solid metal foot A lot of customers want the ability to have see-through feet. There's clear presser feet available on the market for these machines. Janome has a line of presser feet for installing elastic and even gathering material as we're installing elastic. Do check that out on the website as well. The machines will also have LED lighting. That's another thing you start seeing being added to the cover stitch only machines is the LED lighting system. As we surge along, the machines do have a lot bigger feed dog system than a standard Serger will have. So I'm able to regulate the differential on the machine. I'm able to regulate the stitch length quite easily on these machines. And then when I want to go back and forth from different attachments and presser feet, it's very easy for us to take the adapters off and put on the correct attachment for what I'm wanting to do. If you want to do binding on quilts, you're able to do that with the Janome series of machines. There's several binders available that they make that you can put your quilt through, and it'll actually attach the binding with a double cover stitch. And that's basically 2 straight stitches in a row together. We'll show you a graphic with that particular stitch on it. Janome has realized there's other customers that need more out of a cover stitch machine than just doing a double cover hem. So we're going to show you some of the other machines they have available on the market. As time has went on, Janome has realized there's other feature customers are wanting to have on their cover stitch only machines. Most people are using lighter weight materials like knit, stretchy material, and they may be running into problem with the tension coming undone, being too loose, it's hard to get set, or maybe even the stitches unraveling for lighter weight materials and stretch materials. Well, on the Janome Cover Pro 2000 CPX, you're going to get the tension level control, and you're also going to get a seam tightening system. So if I'm working with our lighter weight or stretch material, I can easily get my tensions adjusted like I need to for the types of material I'm working with. Another thing we're going to notice on this machine is a 4-thread versus the 900, which gives us a 3-thread. The 4-thread gives me the ability to add 1 needle, so this machine will do a triple cover stitch. I can pull out my center needle and I'll have a wider double cover hem. So this will be up to 6 millimeters in width. I can take out my left needle here and it goes down to 3 millimeters. So if I want to have a narrow cover hem, I'm able to do that with no problem just by taking a needle out. And there's other things on this machine. It does have the free arm as well as all the Cover Pro machines will have that ability for working with the pant legs, the shirt sleeves, and things of that nature. I have places I can attach different attachments for doing binding. There's other specialized presser feet for putting in elastic. With this particular machine, if you'll notice, my bed of the machine is illuminated with LED lighting, and there's other tables and extensions you can get for this machine. We also will have other books and manuals that you can get just on cover stitch machines. We encourage you to take a look at the cover stitch only manuals that we have available for purchase on the website. Now, the Cover Pro 2000 CPX, this particular machine will give us the 4 threads. We can do a 3-thread or a 2-thread cover hem. It's got the free arm, a good all-around cover stitch only machine. The machine is going to be very easy for us to thread, just like all Cover Pro machines do. I can open the front up here and it accesses my 1 looper. That's all I've got to thread is 1 looper, and then I have the 3 needles here which I can easily thread. Everything's channeled all the way to my needle. It threads front to back. It uses a widely known needle system. So the Cover Pro 2000, that's another cover stitch machine you may want to take a look at. We'll have more information on the website. We'll have SKU numbers tickering below there for you, as well as our toll-free number and our email for questions that you may have on this particular machine. Janome also will have the Cover Pro 3000P. We do have it on the website. That is the top of the line. It's a 5-thread cover stitch only machine, and we can help you with the differences in it versus all the other Cover Pro models. Another great brand that's on the market is the Burnett. Now, the Burnett company is a subsidiary of Bernette, one of the best manufacturers on the market. Burnett goes about making cover stitch machines a little bit differently than some of the others that's on the market. Their machines will be a lot bigger, a lot larger. But you'll find this machine here is the Bernette B62. It's one of their newer cover stitch only machines. It's the same size as B64 or B68 that's in their series. Very easy to thread. Because it's a larger machine, you're going to easily be able to get to where you need to. It will sew a 2 or 3 needle cover stitch only. It has different attachments available for it that are unique to the Burnett series with other binders and other presser feet that's on the market. We can adjust. There's a lever on the side of the machine to adjust the amount of pressure being forced down onto the garment. Threading is going to be very easy with the Burnett series. Now this is one where we see the next step in sergers is the ability to have jet air threading. Now the machine will thread that looper for us. Right here we just put the thread in, we push this button, it's going to shoot a stream of air and thread the looper automatically for us. So this will make the threading a lot easier. That's one thing that you are paying for when you go to the jet air threading, is that technology. It is nice to have, it's a very nice convenience feature, but that will influence the price somewhat on the machines. Though Ken Sewing Center has some of the best price you'll find on the market anywhere when it comes to any brand. There's reasons why different machines are priced like they are. This is a very high quality piece of equipment. They're very easy to operate. There's not a lot that you have to do to cover stitch only machines because they're dedicated for that task. On the diagram of the machine, it gives us and shows us where we need to put our thread to thread the different components. So this one had the jet air threading. I put my thread here. It's going to shoot and thread that one looper for me. Here are my 3 tensions for the needles that's on the front of the machine here. Those are just as easy to thread as a regular sewing machine. These machines are a little bit larger. I've got a bigger throat space that I'm working with here, so I can get more material into the throat of the machine. There's a guide on the left side, a little bit extra wide table here that I can actually support the weight of my material to the left. Now these machines, even though they're larger, they are very portable. I've got a handle here. I can set this on any cabinet, tabletop, and I can easily move this machine around. This is going to be a 4-thread machine that does a 2 or 3 needle cover stitch only with the jet air threading. So check out the Burnett series of machines. We have the B62 and the B68 that will do cover stitch, and there's a B64 that is a regular serger. So there's going to be your differences when you look at the Burnett line. The final brand that we want to take a look at when it comes to cover stitch only machines is BabyLock. BabyLock is another manufacturer that has a lot of sergers. If you look on the website, you'll notice quickly that they offer a lot of sergers. Now the thing about the BabyLock machine that you'll find, they're even larger in size. Here we have the BabyLock Euphoria. We have extra throat space here to get our materials in. This machine is going to be a triple cover stitch machine. You can do 2 or 3 needle cover stitch on the machine. Very easy for us to raise and lower the presser foot here. Here's where I adjust the feed dog system on the machine, and these machines are going to be very easy to thread. You'll notice the jet air threading right off the bat, and that's one thing on the BabyLock machines. They have more jet air threading sergers than just about anybody that's on the market. Then when I get ready to thread the rest of the machine or make adjustments, I can open this table here and I can make stitch adjustments right here, very easy, and then I close everything back up and I'm ready to go back to sewing my cover stitch. Euphoria also gives us help when it comes to threading the needles. There are built-in needle threaders on this machine that I can thread all 3 needles on. That's another thing you'll notice as we move up the line, those convenience features are added. But the BabyLock Euphoria, being a larger size machine, it's more comfortable, gives me plenty of room to do my serging. There are other optional attachments that BabyLock makes. There's a huge Euphoria foot kit that we have on the website that will have all the attachments available for the Euphoria that you can get in one nice and neat kit. So check out the entire line of BabyLock sergers. It's the Euphoria being their cover stitch only machine. It's a very, very popular machine by BabyLock. This segment, I want to talk to you about all the different brands of standard sergers that are on the market. We carry most of the major brands that's out there, and every brand we're an authorized dealer for, and we will carry every model that that brand offers. We carry machines made by Brother, Janome, Burnett, Jiki, BabyLock, and FA4. All these particular brands, we have product knowledge behind that can help narrow down the choices for you and help you find the serger that's right for you, depending on your needs and depending on your budget. Everybody has a budget and everybody has needs they need met when it comes to adding a serger. Now, in the serger line, sergers will do 2-thread, 3-thread, or 4-thread overcast. Most of your garments, if you go and look in your closet now, look at the inseams on shirts, skirts, pant legs, things of that nature, and you'll see those are put together at a factory with commercial sergers generally. See multiple stitches. You'll see where the machine is actually sewing a straight stitch down the middle of the chain. That's typically a 4 or 5 thread serger. That locks that stitch in place. You will probably rip the fabric before you'll tear the stitches out on garments like that. And manufacturers have made machines mimicking the commercial machines for everyday household and domestic use. So you can put together garments with sergers, the inseams on pairs of skirts, dress slacks, dress shirts. There are a lot of different projects on the market where you can make specialty items, whether you're making wall hangings or if you're making napkins, doing different projects like that. There's just numerous and numerous projects online where you can find to do different things on sergers than just traditional hemming, traditional garment making. Sergers will have knives on them. A lot of the brands on the market, you can serge the material and trim the fabric all in one operation, making that neat and clean cut to the end of the garment as the machine is overlapping and doing your overcast. Some models do offer the ability for you to disengage the knife, and that a lot of times comes and helps for two things. One, there's times you don't want to trim the fabric, but when you're threading the machine on a lot of these machines, you want to have the knife out of the way so you're able to help and give you more room about seeing about threading your machine. And we'll show you some of that during the presentation. But here I'll show you and begin with, in random order, just the entry-level models up from that, and as we get to top of the line, as years have went on, all these manufacturers are listening to customers, and that's what's keeping all these brands in business and keeping us in business, that they're listening to our customers and what they're wanting on the machines that they use every day. They're getting a lot better on the technology. Quality is not an issue anymore. These brands we're showing you here are some of the best quality you'll find anywhere and can meet most people's needs. So let's take a look at some of these machines, and I'll talk to you about the differences in them, and maybe this will help you make up your mind and give you the reason and the urge to serge. The first brand I want to talk to you about is made by Brother. Brother offers a lot of lower end, entry-level models. If you've never owned a serger but you're not wanting to spend an arm and a leg, you may want to consider looking at one of their machines. Maybe you're needing a second machine, or maybe you just do serging just every once in a while and can't justify spending hundreds of dollars, maybe even thousands on a serger. Like we said before, every brand offers models that are entry-level to keep the price down. We want you to look, they want you to look at their brand, they want you to purchase their brand, and then when you need another machine down the road, they want you to stay within that brand. The 1034DX is a good machine to take a look at if you've never owned a serger before, or if you know, I'm probably never not going to do much serging, I just need something to do some serging every once in a while. Do keep in mind, as prices go up, generally quality does go up, but Ken Sewing Center will not offer inferior products that do not work. If we have a model within a line that doesn't work, we have repetitive problems, we stop carrying it. Brother is a brand we've never had to stop carrying any model that they make. The 1034DX offers quite a bit for the value. We will have this machine offered and refurbished. Those will have the same warranty as a brand new machine. The 1034DX will offer the color-coded threading. That's one thing you'll see when you talk about sergers. We've said this before in many of our product demos, that threading is the #1 thing we always get asked when it comes to a serger. How hard is this going to be for me to thread? That's going to take up a lot of your time when you're serging. Is if you need to change colors, if you need to go and use decorative threads. There's a lot of decorative threads on the market you can buy 2 cones of, thread the loopers. It gives you a thicker body or edging to the garment you're working with. A lot of times baby blankets is one thing we sell a lot of heavier weight threads for, because that gives extra body and edging to something. There's other specialty threads on the market called woolly nylon that will give a very lighter weight finish if you're doing decorative roll hems, say on napkins or little girls' dresses, things of that nature. The 1034DX is going to give me the color-coded threading you expect with Sergers. That's the #1 problem they're all tackling, is making it easier for our customers to be able to thread the machine. Now, 1034DX does open up. I'm able to see my loopers. I do have extra guides that helps me thread the looper. On it, it has a place I can move this over. It gets the looper open for me so I can thread it a lot easier. 1034 does have a removable accessory tray here, so then I can have a free arm for serging pant leg, shirt sleeve, things of that nature. Just keep in mind that that arm's a little bit larger than the average sewing machine free arm that maybe you're used to. But that's one thing Brother does offer on their entry-level model, is the free arm capability. This machine has the ability to sew a 3-thread overcast and the 4-thread overcast. When you go to the 4th thread, it is sewing a straight stitch down the middle of your chain, and that helps tie everything in. So we always do recommend, though, there are some manufacturers that still do make a 3-thread if you're doing disposable work. There are some manufacturers on the market that make 3-thread sergers, but generally speaking now, most companies, we do generally recommend going with at least a 4-thread to begin with. You'll be glad that you did. That 4th thread does come in very handy when we're doing our serging, especially for garment making. Differential feed is 2 feed dogs on this machine that's working in a ratio 1 to the other. It actually will, you can set it so if we're working with a lighter weight material, it keeps that fabric flat as the needle's penetrating the garment and as my knife is trimming my fabric on the edge. You'll be glad you had a machine that offers differential. I do not know of a manufacturer anymore that leaves that off. All machines now will have differential feed on them. We can adjust our cutting width, we can adjust the differential, the stitch length, all with handy dials built onto the machine. The Brother 1034DX is a good machine if you've never owned a serger before or just getting into it. You don't want to spend an arm and a leg, you may want to take a look at that. We will show you another model made by Brother, and it's the top of the line, the Airflow 3000. Now the Airflow 3000, one thing that all manufacturers, again, they've been struggling with is making their machines easier. That's the #1 thing consumers are calling in, emailing them about, and Brother definitely listens to their customers making the Airflow 3000. This is the easiest Brother serger out there to thread by far. On the Airflow 3000, I can open the cover up and I have a place I can put my lower looper and upper looper thread in. It shoots a stream of air and it will thread that looper for me. Bottom and top, I do have needle threaders built onto it to thread the needles on the machine. I have the differential feed, I can adjust it. I can go from standard serging to roll hem. I do not have to adjust the plate at all. I do not have to do anything to the needle plate. I can go from decorative serging to the standard row hem. I do not have to take off the needle plate. It's going to have the universal throat plate on it. This machine will not operate unless you have the doors closed. That's another feature that customers have asked for, is they don't want to make sure that they accidentally step on the foot control and the machine start operating, because we have a knife that's trimming our fabric and moving everything along. If you cut a thread into or break a thread, sometimes you have to thread the whole machine over again. Here I can raise and lower the presser foot and not have to reach around the back of the machine. I've got LED lighting. There are other tables and also other luggage available to store the machines in. As time has went on, the machines are getting larger, and when you're needing to store them or move them, that has presented a problem. Up until recently, all the manufacturers have come out with lines of luggage, and Ken Sewing Center have searched out and had trolleys and luggage made to fit machines like this. So do check out the Brother Airflow 3000. We have great rebates going all month long on all sergers, so feel free, check us out and give us a call. Many of the prices we cannot post online. We need to call us for more information on our Urge to Serge event. Janome is another brand that we have been selling their sergers for decades now. We've been an authorized Janome dealer for over 50 years. Janome manufactures all their sergers. They make a great quality product top to bottom. They use metalworking parts. Here I've got their heavy duty HD4. Now this is in the vintage traditional black. color. This is one of the few machines on the market that gives us that vintage feel, but it's a modern machine that has a lot of nice features on it. The first thing we're going to notice right out of the box, it's fully threaded, ready to go. It's got the inlay tension, which is a lot easier tension system to work with on a serger, because a serger sews so much faster than a regular sewing machine. You want a machine where I don't have to worry about adjusting tensions all the time, and having the inlay system on it makes it so much easier for me to adjust my tension, also to thread the machine. Now the HD4BE, I can open the front of it up and I can open the side of the machine up, and that gives me a lot of, all my controls are right here, easy for me to access. It's going to have color-coded threading for each of my tensions, so I know where I'm going to need to put my thread. And then I can disengage the knife if I need to move that knife out of the way, giving me more room to thread our lower looper. The lower looper is the hardest part about a serger to thread, that you have to manually thread. And the Janome HD4BE is going to give us that heavy-duty look, and it does have a heavy-duty working components on it to be able to handle thicker materials. If you need to do multiple layers of denim, it's going to be able to do it, because the knife system that's on the Janome machines cuts from the bottom side upward. That gives a little bit more leverage about trimming through materials. Even if you're working with lighter weight materials, it puts the machine under less stress and strain, so it's going to be able to handle serging those. And then from time to time we may need to serge a little bit heavier material, multiple layers of denim being that, it's going to be able to handle that with no problem. This machine can easily do the decorative roll hem. Right here I just flip this switch, there's pins that goes into my plate, and that's what helps form the different stitches on sergers, because I've got a lower looper and an upper looper working in a ratio one to the other, coming to the overcast of my edge, and it's helping form that stitch going across my threading pins or my needle pins that's in my plate. So when I want to do a decorative roll hem, say on a decorative napkin, or if you're sewing a dress where you need that really fine tight roll hem, I do not have to change plates. I just flip a switch, adjust my differential, and I'm ready to go. We can adjust our cutting width just by turning a knob, and it's going to move my knife outward, making a wider stitch. So having a machine like this that does 4 threads, that 4th thread is going to tie everything in for me. If I'm sewing inseams on a shirt or a pair of dress pants or a skirt, you're not going to have to worry about that coming out. The HD4BE is a very easy machine to thread, because it is a little bit larger than a standard serger, and it gives me plenty of room by opening up the doors to get to where I need to. This is a limited edition model. We intend for it to hold its value because of that. So you check out the Janome HD4BE. There's a lot of optional attachment that Janome makes that will work with the HD4BE, so you're not going to outgrow this machine anytime soon. We have great pricing going on right now on the HD4BE. Feel free to check out the website and take a look at it. The Janome FA4 is a machine that come about because of customers asking for a few features. One being a free arm. There's not a lot of Janome sergers that has a removable extension table that exposes this free arm. Now I can serge through cylindrical items, pant legs, shirt sleeves with no problem whatsoever. The FA4 is going to have all the nice features that you're known for with Janome machines. Threading is very easy on the FA4s. What they give you on this machine is an extra guide. If you check out our product video on the FA4, we zoom in and show you exactly how that extra guide works, because threading the lower looper, as we said earlier, is a little bit more difficult on sergers. It gives us an extra guide to place our thread where we need to thread that lower looper. My upper looper is just as easy to thread really as needles are. This machine has 2 needles on it, so I'm able to do a 2-thread serge, a 3-thread serge, or the 4-thread overcast. Plus, I have the ability on this machine to easily go from my standard serge to the decorative roll hem just by flipping a switch and adjusting my differential feed according to the materials that I'm working with. The machine will have the metal working components on it. It will come threaded right out of the box, 4 white spools of thread, so you don't have to purchase anything. It's already threaded up for you, so you know exactly how the machine is going to be threaded. If you need to tie on to change a thread till you get used to it. You can tie on your new color of thread and just put your tensions on 0 and pull those threads through till you get used to threading the machine. There are diagrams in the instruction manual as well as diagrams on the front of the machine to help you with the threading. Plus, it's going to show me right on my door exactly which tension is which thread, so if I need to adjust that tension, how it's going to affect the entire stitch. The Janome FA4 is one of the newer models out in the Janome line, having the free arm. There are a lot of accessories available for the FA4. We carry everything that's made for them. I have 4 full-time technicians at our store that can help you with any question that you may have. You have us for the life that you own the machine. We have super buys going right now on all Janome products, so touch base with us. Check out the website for more information and our product video go a little bit more in depth on the Janome FA4 free arm serger. Another great brand on the market is the Burnett series of sergers. As we showed you in the cover stitch only portion of it, there's a lot of models in the Burnett line. Burnett generally makes their sergers larger than your average machine. That gives you more room in the throat space. To Serge, it's going to give you more room to the left of the machine to support the wavier material. All my controls are right in front of me, easy to get to, has the inlay tension system. This machine will sew a 2, 3, or 4 thread overcast. It's color-coded threading. Threading is going to be very easy on the Burnett series of machines. I can easily get to my loopers here with no problem whatsoever. The knife system on it, I can disengage that when I don't need it to get it out of the way to help thread the machine. The knives are thicker on this machine as well, and they're going to last you longer. You do have the universal throat plate on the Bernette B44 from going from standard 4 or 3 thread serging to the decorative row hem. And I can adjust my cutting width real easy and my stitch length real easy on the machine. Burnett is a subsidiary of Bernina. They make some of the best machines that are on the market, has good quality working components in it. We have all the Burnett series of machines and cover stitch machines on our website with more information. We have more in-depth product videos. So if you're looking for a machine like this, the B44 is a great choice because it gives you the 4 thread serging at not a top of the line price that you're maybe used to expect from this brand. The Bernina makes some of the best sergers on the market. They even have 8 thread sergers that are out. Some of the best qualities you'll find. You'll buy the machine, you'll never have to buy another machine again. On the Burnett website, they will give you more information. There's more workbooks available that will lay out different things about the machine so you can go step by step and learn how to use your serger with no problem whatsoever. On our website, we will have more information on the B44 and other product videos available, as well as other images on what you can do with this machine. Sewing Center is an authorized BabyLock dealer. You'll see a lot of BabyLock sergers. They have probably more sergers in their line than just about anybody that's on the market. They have a lot of machines that will help with the threading aspect of the machine. That's one of the things that they honed in on pretty quick, is the threading and the ease of use of their machines. Now, BabyLock will offer a very popular model called the Celebrate. We sell a lot of these. It's one of our more popular sellers. It will give you the 4 thread serging. We can adjust the tension on every thread on the BabyLock Celebrate. It will have the jet air threading. This is one thing you'll notice with their brand. They offer more jet air threading models than anybody that's on the market. All I have to do is put the thread where I need it. For my lower looper here, here's the thread for the upper looper. I hit a button here and it's going to shoot a stream of air, pushing the thread through the lower and the upper looper. When I get to my needles, I have built-in needle threaders to help me thread the needles on the machine. This machine will do the 2, 3, or 4 thread overcast with no problem whatsoever. There's a lot of optional accessories available for the Celebrate. The machine is built very strong, very sturdy, with metal working components on it. You take care of this machine, it's going to last you for years to come. They will have the differential feed built in. I can adjust my cutting width and the stitch length. Those dials are real easy for me to get to. Full LED lighting to illuminate the entire workspace that I'm working with. I will have the adjustable pressure here. that regulates the amount of force being pressed down onto the material. So when we're looking at a serger, there's things you want to keep in mind when it comes to the price. Yes, the price does dictate a lot about which machine you want to go with, but also you want to think about convenience, ease of use. Am I going to like this machine because of that? Am I going to want down the road, I wished maybe I'd bought a machine that had the jet air threading, because threading a serger traditionally can take you up to 10 to 15 minutes. With the Celebrate, you're literally looking less than 5 minutes. You'll have the machine threaded up and ready to go. The jet air threading will save you a lot of time, which is going to give you more time to be doing what you want to do, and that's serging. The Celebrate will also give us a lot of accessories, so I'm not going to outgrow the machine anytime soon, and I have the ability to change the thread tension on every one of my threads. So the Celebrate is a machine. We have more information and more product videos on the website. This is just giving us a good overview of what this machine is and why you may want to take a look at it. We also have the next model up in the BabyLock Victory. These machines look very similar, but there's one thing you see that's missing. There's no tension controls here. This one has automatic tension on it, whereas the Celebrate will have the ability for us to manually adjust the tension on the machine. The Victory will give us the same differential, stitch width, stitch length settings. It also gives us the ability with the jet air threading to thread the lower and upper looper. It's going to have all those nice convenience features, as well as the needle threader built onto the machine. Going to be the easiest operating machine. I'm never going to have to worry about tensions or threading. So the Victory is kind of the whole 9 yards when it comes to everything you can expect on a serger, versus the Celebrate, where I can have the ability to manually control. And that's why when you go to the website, you'll see a little bit difference in the price structure on these. We have great rebates going on all the BabyLock sergers this entire month long. You can have a sales associate help you with all the other models, because there are several there as you get to looking in the BabyLock line. You may need help picking it out. It goes further up. BabyLock does make sergers that has more needles than 2 on it. They have other sergers that gives us the ability to do regular serging plus cover stitch, all built into one machine. They also will have sergers that has automatic tension with the cover stitch built in as well. So depending on your needs, BabyLock will have a serger that's right for you. Last but not least is the Jiki brand. Jiki is one of the best manufacturers on the market. They make all their sergers, and Ken Sewing Center has been an authorized Jiki dealer for over 20 years now. Here we're showing you the top of the line that Jiki offers in the MO3000. Now Jiki, as you look at our website, they'll have a lot of sergers. We carry every one. Jiki does make a 3-thread serger in the MO623. They make the MO644, the MO654, which is one of our best sellers by far for a 4-thread serger. They make a 5-thread MO655. The MO3000 will give you the threading that actually will shoot the thread all the way through your upper and lower looper. This machine does have a built-in needle threader here to thread the needles on the machine. This machine will give you automatic tension. No more worrying about adjusting tension. It has the LED screen here that gives us a lot of information, and you're going to get the built-in scissor. This is one thing on our regular sewing machines that we've always been asked. This is one feature on regular sewing machines I've had customers tell me year after year after year they purchase a machine based on having a built-in scissor. Well, Juki has taken that technology and installed it on their serger. Now I can push a button. It's going to snip my threads for me. So having a machine that I never have to worry about tensions again, I'm not going to have to worry about threading the loopers again, I'm not going to have to worry about threading the needles again. It's a larger machine, so you're going to be able to handle layers of denim all the way down to a lighter weight material. I can easily adjust the differential on the machine. I can easily adjust the stitches on the machine. I can easily adjust the cutting width with no problem whatsoever. It covers everything. So whether you're needing top of the line or entry level, Jiki has you covered within any budget and with any feature that you may need. We do carry every machine they make, and there's a lot of optional presser feet. We have kits of presser feet for the Jiki machines. They come out with a new presser foot or attachment. We're going to carry those. Whether it be extension tables or presser feet or binders, we'll have those. Check out our website, because we do have videos on all the Jiki line showing you each particular model with brief product videos on what the machine does, and that may help you decide which Jiki machine is right for you. We have special rebates going on all the Sergers we've showed you, and as well as many other models that's on our website, and we'll be glad to help you anytime with any Serger. We want to give you the urge to surge. Hey, I hope this video is giving you the urge to surge, showing you the different manufacturers that's on the market, the differences in cover stitch machines versus traditional Sergers, what goes into making those and how different brands make their machines, how they look, the size of those machines, all that comes into play when deciding on what's the right machine for you. If we can help you in any way determine and maybe even compare different models, give us a call. We have our email and phone number scrolling across the bottom for you. We want to help you find that machine that's right for you. I've got great rebates going on all the brands you love. The entire month long, I've got 0% financing from Synchrony Financial. We have free layaway as well, and we're going to pay your shipping within the lower 48 US. If we can ever be a help to you, we want to, and we hope that you have the urge to surge.